welcome to the world of therapy talk. Today, my patients, Triggerfinger from Belgium. Welcome, everybody.
Guten Tag.
Hello there.
Hello. Talking about the childhood, I would really love to know, what did your parents think when you told them, "Mommy, I want to be a musician now"? What did they say?
Like my father, my mother, she was a teacher, so she wasn't too happy with me. She said, well, I guess they always said, like, you have to do what you want to do, but I went to art school for half a year, and then after that I got a guitar and then started playing guitar at 19 and quit school. So.
But was there a point when she said, "Okay, now I totally understand what your ways," or did she say, "Oh, don't you regret to be a teacher too," or something like that?
Well,
no.
They saw it evolve after a while. They always said, like, yeah, you have to do what you gotta do. But in the beginning, it takes a while because it's a craft you have to learn. You have to learn how to play the guitar. You have to learn how to play music. You have to learn how to play together with other people. So it takes a really long while before you can do that. You can start a band right away if you want, but it's not going to be great from the beginning if you can play. So, but they see it evolve a little bit, and in the beginning they might have thought, like, yeah, we'll see after a year it can be over, and then he's getting serious or whatever. But I was never getting serious ever again.
You of course have these kind of nerds at school, or these kind of, I don't know, when you think back, how would you describe your school days?
I actually was the nerd. It is true. I was the quiet one. I was the one.
Well, that changed.
Yeah, that changed a lot, actually. No, and I was so kind of like, in my head, I was so into music, and all my schoolmates, they were all like getting out of school or whatever. I never did. I even never got, like, how do you say that, when you got punished by the teacher and you had to stay over at school. I never ever had to do that, because the only thing I was like, if I keep calm, if I'm here, I go home and I can play the drums. I go home and make some music. So in my head I was thinking about making music, and so that's totally different. Everyone was like running away. I was like, oh, go, I have to go. I was like,
yeah. I couldn't wait until school was too much, actually. So both my parents were teacher. At 14 I came home and I said, I'm going to be a guitar player. I quit school so I can play as long as and as much as I want to, and here I am, 53, and I'm still playing. Wow. They were not happy. Now they are. He's a rebel.
I'm the doctor waiting for you. Who's the person who impressed you the most in your entire life?
I remember, my grandfather saying to me, listen, if I ever see you working with, how do you say that in English again?
Shovel.
Like a shovel. If you work with a shovel, this is no good. And it stayed in my head. So it inspired me, like, oh, he's right. I have to go for my goal in music, because that's what he means. He was so proud of me doing that. So I was like,
Before we were talking about the nightliner and sleeping in a tour bus. Do you remember a dream, a special or scary dream, when you were traveling?
Yeah, it's all kind of dreams, of course. But when you're a man and you're alone on tour, can you imagine the things that are happening with
Dreamer?
Yeah, with our bodies. The bus who is making that, it's very hard.
We can even do it syncopated, I guess, right now.
Maybe
sometimes we have to be careful that the bus is not going off the road.
Okay, so
and you hear certain.
Sometimes we think the bus drivers are falling asleep, but that's not true.
That would be hard, I guess.
Do you have any, like, we say in German tics on neurosis or like tourphobia.
How much time do you have? You don't want to know.
We need all the secrets now, please. It's a therapy hour.
I think it's your question.
Now it's the time for you to say what you ever wanted to say in
Oh,
public.
but there's so much. It's one big bowl of neurosis, psycho things. Really, I swear to you. Do you see yourself in a situation like this, like living 30 years like this in buses and
No.
No. So you make in a situation like this, you get pretty psycho at the end. Like you need family and you need home. If
But-
not, there's like a thing coming out of your head like this, and it stays there.
The thing is, when you're on tour, it's not only the three of us, but there's a crew also. So we're like 6 or 7 people running around, and we're with each other every day. So you're always really close to someone else. So there's no privacy, almost never. And the thing we learned to do, because we played in other bands before we started this band, and you learn what the things are that can make it very difficult on a tour. And now we're very, very lucky that we understand those things, and we like to make our footprint in this thing that we have as small as possible. You don't want to make, if everybody does that, then everybody has room to move and do their stuff, and everybody has their own things that little things that they like to do, and so other people try to respect that and say, okay, that's his thing, let him do that, and then it all goes well.
Last but not least, we have the so-called Rohrschacht test. And my little wonderful, sweet assistant is coming with the analysis sauce. And now we can do this.
Analysis sauce. Analysis. This is analysis sauce. Good for all purposes. Diggy old chump.
Okay,
Right.
please. Just a
Thing
little.
in the middle.
Stop.
Oh, right pull. Right pull.
Very good.
Yeah.
And now
And now?
you have to do 4.
Yeah. And then open it.
Oh.
Oh, schmutzig.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Myself. I spent my whole life in psychiatry. Okay, so does it mean that I'm healthy or I'm nuts now?
It means you're a tomato being squashed.